100 plus abandoned dogs of Everglades, Florida. Mario's seat is in the way. You can see I have Dharma in the back seat. We are on our way to Southeast Veterinary Neurology in Boynton to do Dharma's first rehab consultation with the team at the neurologist's office. We are praying that they can find some help for Dharma. As you know, Dharma has had some issues with mobility. We're doing everything we can for her. We had the MRI done in hopes that potentially we could do surgery to repair a couple of discs and get her up and mobile again, since she's an older dog, but she's not elderly by any means. And she's very with it mentally. So we wanted to see if we could do that for her. And unfortunately, the MRI showed that not only did she have several issues with discs, but she also had disco, which is an infection in the spine. So surgery was not an option while she has disco. She is being treated for the disco with 2 very heavy-duty antibiotics. She's also on gabapentin. She's on tramadol. And she's wearing a special harness to help us get her up and moving and mobile again. But unfortunately, what we believe happened was when she went in for the MRI, they put her on her back to do the MRI, and we believe it compressed her spine even more than it was. So she really has not been mobile since the MRI. And we're trying, to get her up and exercising, but it's hard. She's not a light girl. It's kind of backbreaking work. So I reached out to the neurologist and said, what do you feel about potentially maybe rehab? Is she a candidate? With her injuries, would it be safe or would it be detrimental to her? So they have a rehab team up at the neurologist. So we decided to make an appointment. They are going to go over all of her scans, her x-rays, everything like that. They're going to examine her, take a look at her, see where she's at mobility-wise, and then see if this is something that we can do for her. Maybe they can give us some exercises to do for her. Maybe she'll be able to do the underwater treadmill to help build up her strength in her back legs. This is our step before the, potentially having to talk about risking surgery because there's no other way. And, either that or letting her live like this or letting her go. And it's a really hard conversation for all of us because we all love Dharma so much. But we also want to give her the best quality of life that we can. So we're on our way, and we are hoping for the best for Dharma. I do have the donate button on this video again, guys. As I said, I was going to be coming live a few times today because it's a very busy day. We've got a lot going on, and we've got a lot medically. Mommy, I'm still waiting to hear back from the radiologist. She did have some stuff in her stomach. There was nothing obvious as far as an obstruction that Dr. Kesha could see, but he wanted to send it out to a radiologist. She was full of poop, and she was a little dehydrated. So we gave her some sub-Q fluids and got her back to the house, and I had her out in the yard and made her walk around and she went to the bathroom, thank goodness, and it was a lot, and it was kind of hard. So I'm hoping maybe it was just that she was constipated and everything kind of just backed up, and that's why she was vomiting so much. But we will hopefully get the report from the radiologist later this afternoon to see what he has to say. So that was Mommy from this morning, and I had the donate button on that video as well for that. And now we have Dharma on the way to the neurologist for her rehab consult and potentially first rehab appointment. So I do have the donate button on this video as well if you could donate towards Dharma and her ongoing care, so that we can ensure that we give her everything possible to try to give her the best quality of life. She's had such a hard life before we found her. We don't know what happened to her, but she was completely emaciated. She was completely scarred up and chewed up. She had so many open, gouged wounds and bite wounds that we had to put drains in and sew her up. She was so weak. You know, she went and lived with Maddie, luckily, who loved her to death for 4 years, and spoiled her rotten. And then unfortunately, tragically, we lost Maddie suddenly, and Dharma lost Maddie suddenly. And, you know, then she had to be uprooted from her home and brought back to the rescue house. And then you add this mobility issue in for her, for a dog that really loved going for walks and car rides and playing. And, you know, it's sad to see her like this. So we want to do everything possible that we can for her, and that's what we're doing. And that's why we're begging for donations, so that we can make sure that we give her everything possible. Lance, I had to push Lance till later. Dr. Kesha, he squeezed Mommy in this morning, but then he went straight into surgery. So he's going to be in surgery pretty much all day. So Lance is going to be later this afternoon. He's going to go back and have his eyes rechecked and check. They put lenses in to protect his eyes because of the ulcers. So we need to check those and make sure that they're dissolving properly, because they were just dissolving lenses. So a lot going on medically at House 1 today. So that is why we are asking for donations. I know we ask all the time, but it's just been a lot. We've had a lot thrown at us all at one time, it seems. I don't know if you can see her, guys. I hope you can see her. She is quite comfy in my back seat while we are on our way to Boynton. I think she actually is asleep at the moment. So I want to say thank you for everybody that donated this morning. Everybody that is donating now, for Mommy Jolie and for our beautiful Dharma. And for our Lance later this afternoon. Thank you all for your continued love and support. And as soon as I know anything about Mommy, as soon as I get the report from Dr. Kesha, of course, I will let you guys know. And soon as I know the situation with Dharma and whether or not this is going to work for her, then I will let you guys know that as well. We're getting ready to get off here at the exit in just a minute. So I am going to sign off. And I will be back a little bit later with any updates that I have and with Lance. So again, thank you guys so much. This is Tiffany and Dharma, 100 plus abandoned dogs of Everglades.